I don't know. Hey, could be copyright, man. Niggas know. Niggas know. Niggas know. Niggas. All right, let's go.
Troubled youth.
Clementine's final season begins with what AJ only knows as normal. A walker writhing in pain under the boiling sun. Before long, a car speeds
He about
past,
to
and
analyze
inside it
everything.
is none other than Clementine and her recently reunited best friend, Alvin Jr. Our first glimpse at AJ is while he's holding a gun, spinning the barrel out of boredom, something you'd hardly expect from such a young boy. The
He's
first
5? There's
interaction
no way.
really
That's what I'm saying. That's some ain't
He
there is
looks too old to be
no
5.
no. There's no way this. I mean, it makes sense because I think how long is it after? Like, what's the transition?
Yeah,
Like,
but
he doesn't look 5. He
I
looks
don't
like
know.
he like he's 8, bro.
Does not
And
look
you
like he's 8. He
and
looks
you
like
hear
he's
the way he
10,
be talking, but
at least.
my 5-year brother not be talking like that.
Exactly.
He does not be talking like that, bro. Nigga be,
Exactly. My 5-year-old brother
how
don't
did
be talking like
Clementine?
that either.
Bro, Clementine is an amazing teacher, bro. Cause ain't no way you taught a nigga like phonics and alphabet and stuff like that, bro. Like, there's no way.
Taught him to speak fluently. That's
That's what I'm
crazy.
saying.
At 5 years old.
That's what I'm saying. I know it's a game, but still, that's insane. Some stuff just gotta make sense, bro.
It
He's
might
not
be a game, but
5. I
shit.
don't think he's not 5, bro. I don't believe that. He's not 5 years old.
I don't
establishes
know.
this dynamic, with AJ showcasing his dislike for being called a goofball, claiming he's grown up, and even asking to drive. Of
At
course,
5 years old, it's
Clementine quickly
crazy.
shuts this down. Both are
They're not grown
starving,
up.
searching for food and supplies. It's a dark and telling start to the game, setting up the themes of survival and trust. At what age is someone capable of defending themselves? When does childhood truly end? Yet Clementine lightens the mood by playing with a
It doesn't end
toy,
at 5 years
showing that
old.
traces of innocence still linger in
I mean, yeah,
AJ.
I understand, like, to a certain extent, I get it. Because, like, like, when all you see is somebody hardened like Clementine and always trying to survive, you're going to develop and grow up faster. So I understand that, but not at 5 years old, nigga. But I
That's what I'm
understand him,
saying.
like, wanting to know how to shoot a gun, wanting to know how to, like, because Clementine's not even grown herself. I think she's, what, 17 at the beginning? And then she's 18 at the end? Or 16 at the beginning, 18 at the end? Something like that.
My point.
I know at the end of season 4 she's grown, but at the beginning she's like 16, 17. She's not even grown yet. So it's kind of like I understand him developing faster, but still at 5 years old he still should not be want to be shoot a
You
gun
don't need to learn how to fire a gun at 5 years old.
to a certain extent. I mean, to a certain extent, Jose. I mean, hey, to survive.
I mean, at least a knife, but like,
I mean, if
I mean,
it's
in
just
their
me and
world, yeah.
AJ, if it's just me and AJ, you got to because like you never know. You never know. What if I'm trapped and a zombie catches my leg? He got to be able to act quickly, and sometimes the knife is too slow. So I understand that to a certain extent, but for him to be, wanting to do it, and him, what he said when he talked to James, I like doing it. That's crazy. Now that's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. That nigga said, I like doing that. That nigga said, I like that shit. That was crazy. Yeah, what are they doing?
Even as he wields a firearm he has undoubtedly used to kill many walkers. Before long, the two stop at an abandoned shack, hoping to find supplies. Here, we're introduced to the new combat
What's
mechanics.
Clementine driving? At a
Shack,
Dodge?
hoping to find
Oh my
supplies.
god.
Here, we're introduced to the new combat mechanics, which feel smooth, intuitive, and highly enjoyable. But it's what comes after that sets the tone of the story.
Is fire.
Raising AJ. Clementine teaches him a key lesson. When in a a new place, they listen for monsters and then find a way out. We're prompted with the idea that AJ is always listening. Inside the shack, they find a walker couple tied up with a sign requesting they be left alone. The player faces a choice: kill them to take their keys, or risk sending AJ into a dangerous, inaccessible area. Remembering a past incident in Season 2 with Bonnie and Mike, I chose to kill the walkers
me
to
too.
keep AJ safe.
Hey, Jose here, Jose, you killed him? And again. But yeah, that makes sense. I would
Naturally,
kill them too,
AJ takes note of this.
because you risking sending AJ in there is crazy. So I feel like the best choice was to kill that couple. I feel like if you didn't,
Despite the grim situation, AJ reminds us he's still a child, wishing for a home, a place to stay. This moment is interrupted when AJ finds more bullets, leading to another teachable moment.
Always aim for the head.
AJ listens closely, much more than Clementine ever listened to Lee in Season 1. It feels like every action, every word has an impact on him. Shortly after, they find a stash of food, but it's rigged to explode.
It's rigged.
Their escape is chaotic. They're surrounded by walkers, and both Clementine and AJ barely make it out alive, saved at the
Literally,
last
barely.
second by strangers. Clementine awakes to find herself patched up, desperate to find AJ. She encounters a small child who brandishes a knife. This standoff de-escalates when the leader of the group reassures her AJ is safe, and they all agree to unarm. Here we meet Tennessee, a gentle, kind-hearted young boy, and Marlon, the group's leader, who escorts them around Erickson's school for troubled youth. Marlon remarks how
Marlon.
both Clementine and AJ seem to fit that description. This line feels significant, foreshadowing how their pasts and personalities will intersect with the school's story. At the school, we're introduced to a cast of interesting characters: Ruby, Violet, Willie, and Lewis. Ruby, however, is furious with AJ for biting her, hinting at AJ's deeper struggles. When Clementine finds AJ in the piano room, he rushes to hug her in a beautifully cinematic moment. Lewis, a charming jokester, had been watching over AJ. It's here we learn about AJ's trauma. He doesn't like people sneaking up on him. When Clementine hands him a gun, Lewis is shocked, highlighting the contrast between AJ's hardened survivalist upbringing and the more sheltered lives of the other kids. This contrast sets up the story beautifully. AJ, who's had to grow up fast, meets kids who were sheltered and nurtured. In one heartwarming scene, Lewis plays piano, bringing AJ rare joy. But AJ's survival instincts kick in, saying the loud music is bad. Lewis invites AJ to try the piano, leading to a sweet moment where AJ begins to lower his
I'm back.
guard and experience
I didn't even love. I forgot about to ask you some questions. Yo, you just enemy was. Right now he's talking about AJ's trauma and how he doesn't let people, touch from behind. Touch from behind is crazy. And then he doesn't like how how AJ grew up so fast. How Clemens gave him that gun, and Lewis was like, "Whoa, can he even have a gun that early?" Stuff like that. You know how Lewis get. Niggas like a clown.
simple, innocent happiness. I know I'm going over a lot of the game, but let me set up the story before we get into the opinion.
He's going in detail. He's going in detail. Like, gang.
And theories. Marlon soon asks for Clementine's help clearing walkers, introducing
read
us
each
to
episode?
Traps as a mechanic. Why
Nah,
didn't
go on.
they use this more?
Now, going through each episode will be about an hour and a half. If we went detail each episode.
During this, Clementine's
And that's-
fear of
yeah,
dogs
no, the game mechanic season 4 is so far. Hold up.
resurfaces, reminding us
Okay, the game that was the ugly screen to pause on. The game mechanic season 4 is insane. Like the way that you can hit the zombie, you can bend it like you're Jon Snow, and then stab him in the head is crazy. And the way they have the traps are so cool. Like season 4 mechanics are amazing. Season 4 is just good, just good.
Yeah, they really they polished it a lot.
I know. Too bad that Skybound had to
That's
buy
when
out
they
the
shut
portion.
down too. So
Yeah, I know. And then
yeah, Skybound
Skybound
had
had
to.
to W Skybound. You know, can we come on Skybound? Can we get like a alter reality game where like we see Lee like a maybe some Kitty DLC? Like, come on Skybound, give me something.
That
I
would be
need
fun.
I need a
Like
Kenny
a Lee
DLC. I
continuation.
need a alter ego. This is my alter ego. Will we get the lead stuff? Like, come on, bro. I need something.
My alter ego.
I need that Max Wayne.
Of her traumatic past. Back at the school, AJ is startled by Marlon
then they push the
hitting
cop.
him instinctively. This
Damn.
leads to a pivotal moment where
But like,
Clementine
bro, like, why would you? I mean, I don't like it when niggas stick away from behind too. If that's trauma, that's trauma. But like, you don't just walk up on somebody from behind like that and touch them on the shoulder. Like, you just don't do that, gang. In general,
Yeah,
if
I
that's
probably
trauma,
do
that's trauma.
the same thing.
I won't hit nigga in the cock, but I would like immediately turn. Like, what you doing? Like, why you behind me like that, gang? Come on, man.
helps AJ reflect on his behavior. Looking at a crow eating a walker, AJ asks why it would do that, showing his curiosity about the world's harsh realities. He confides that he feels different, sensing that the other kids don't like him. Clementine encourages him to make friends, teaching him valuable social lessons. AJ then begins apologizing to Ruby for biting her, and learns about the other kids, like Mitch, Willie, Omar, and Asim. When AJ steals Asim's journal, Clementine teaches him the importance of respecting others' privacy.
I didn't. I let him read it.
No,
I did.
no.
He wanted to crush Clementine, right?
You wonder what?
He wanted Clementine. Well,
Oh.
he wanted Ruby too, but in his journal he wrote that Clementine was cute, basically. Like AJ was reading it, and he was like, he basically called her. I don't know if he called her cute, pretty, or beautiful. He just said cute or pretty, and Sim was like, no, stop. And I said, nah, keep on reading that. Nigga trying to raise me up. I made him read the rest of it. And he got mad at me. Okay.
I mean, I think he tells you during. I think he tells you during like that campfire scene.
No,
I think I remember that.
he does. He says what it's about. If you don't let him read, he says what it's about. But he really likes Ruby. He don't like you. He really likes Ruby. That nigga want Ruby. And he ends up getting that bag to it in the game. He ends up getting that too. He ends up bagging that. I wouldn't want that. But hey, teach his own. Teach his own.
Meeting Tennessee, AJ is drawn to his drawings,
Tennessee?
sparking an interest in art. Back in their room, AJ mimics Tennessee, wanting to draw. When Tennessee asks for his pens back, Clementine can teach AJ about ownership and sharing, concepts foreign to a child.
And that's what I said too. I said you should get
One
back
of the
to
most heartbreaking moments comes at bedtime, when AJ insists on sleeping under the bed. Clementine kneels to his level, gently coaxing him to try the bed. It's a deeply moving scene, showing AJ's lingering trauma and how Clementine can guide him toward feeling safe and loved.
The bed is way better. I said the bed is way better.
That's what I said too.
Told you so. It's really, really soft. Good night, AJ.
By morning, AJ is happy and comfortable, having experienced his first peaceful night at the school. We get to teach AJ more the next day. AJ and Clementine meet Tennessee playing with toys. AJ eagerly wants to join, but struggles with sharing, a reoccurring theme. Clementine
maybe they are
once
5 years
again
old.
teach AJ
Yeah,
the value of ownership.
See, it's like it's some things where it's like you can see that AJ's not 5. Something you are like this scene, you can tell the nigga's like 5'4", like he didn't want to share. No, it's mine. Like, come on, gang. So some stuff I can understand, but playing with a gun.
Or he has the mentality of a 5-year-old.
I mean, some stuff like this one it was. I returned it 10 because, bro, you're not your toy, gangy. This is my little brother.
Sharing. It's moments like these that make AJ
He
feel
just-
like a real child. In my opinion, it does it better than Season 1 did with Clementine. Later, Marlon
I don't know. He
introduces
just looks too tall to
Rosie,
be a
the cat's
5-year-old, which is
dog. While
crazy.
AJ faces his social challenges, Clementine must confront her own
Oh yeah, I
fear
forgot about
of
that dog.
dogs. This balance of character growth is masterfully handled as
Who
she
that
will
dog?
overcome
Who
it,
that dog?
petting Rosie. Marlon will then
Yeah,
proceed to
he
show
just
you
got
the map of the
PTSD.
school and the supposed safe
I know
zone,
that dog.
which will
No,
lead
that
you to
dog.
go on a venture with
That
one
dog had to
of
get it.
two groups of your choice.
Lewis.
Either way, this will lead you to go back to the rigged shack to collect extra supplies after we discover the fishing
I
shack
think I went
was
with Violet.
stolen from. Here we
Who'd
encounter
you
Abel,
get with the end? You got with Lewis or Violet?
Lewis.
Oh, okay, W.
a dangerous scavenger. I personally chose to let him take a small share to avoid conflict.
I didn't.
When we get back to the school, Brody and Marlon are
Karen, her
furious
name is
we left
Karen,
the
not
safe
Brody.
zone. Tensions rise, but Marlon seemingly calms the situation, and the group sits down to eat. AJ finds joy drawing with Tennessee, forming his first real friendship. But
Oh,
that
damn.
night, Clementine is awakened by shouting
Nick
from
called
the
nigga by his
basement.
government
She
name.
discovers Marlon and
I'm
Brody
saying.
arguing. It's
Then
revealed
he forgot about the Wait, what about that scene where they're playing that card game and they gotta play like, oh, if we win, we get to make something about Clementine. Dang, I thought you would mention that. Guess not. Nigga, really not saying everything.
That was in episode 1.
Yeah, that was before Marlon died, cause Marlon was part of it, right? Am I tripping?
I have no idea.
I swear
I don't
Marlon was
remember that
part of it.
being in I don't remember that being in episode 1.
Let me see, but I'm pretty sure. Yeah, first time chattering. I'm pretty sure. We'll see. If he don't mention it, it was episode 1. I'm like, oh, what would I do in a zombie apocalypse?
that the strangers are kidnappers who took Tennessee's sisters, Minnie and Sophie. Marlon, desperate to protect the group, had traded them away and told everyone they were dead. When Brody threatens to expose him, Marlon accidentally kills her and locks Clementine in the basement. After escaping, Clementine finally confronts Marlon, who spirals out of control, waving a gun and blaming her for Brody's death. The truth ultimately unravels. Marlon betrayed the group. He drops the gun, surrendering and admitting his mistakes. But it's here that AJ...
Don't.
Oh,
Bro, this scene is like when I played it, I was dead shocked. They got Rosie barking in the background. They got the thunder going on, bro. That was just crazy. I can't even say that cat like that.
fuck. Forgot
What?
that happens.
Bro, when did you play season 4?
When it like first dropped.
Nigga said you forgot. This is one of the most important scenes in the game. In that season. This one. Probably, this is definitely top 3.
Well, I remember most of it. I remember the dog. I remember fishing with Violet. I remember a lot. Except for the scene.
How you forget this? This is one of the most important parts. This is when niggas get mad at AJ and they exile you for, killing Marlon.
Crazy, bro.
What?
Oh, wait. Oh, I thought I had my follower go. I need one more.
I aimed for the head.
I ain't for the head.
Now that we've been fully introduced to the world and its characters, we can shift our focus to the main subject and pick up the pace a bit. AJ is absolutely phenomenal, and the writers truly knocked it out of the park. How does a troubled youth with deep trauma navigate the complex and morally grey rules of survival? This is in fact the heart of the entire game. It's about not just growing up, but being born into a chaotic, messy world where violence is routine, yet everyone insists it's wrong, where killing is constant, but for some reason it's unforgivable when it involves other humans, even threats. Viewing the world through AJ's perspective makes the game infinitely more compelling. Do we even have the answers ourselves? After killing Marlon, AJ wrestles with difficult questions. What is a murderer? Why did Lewis call him one? If Marlon was bad, Why shouldn't he be dead? These
I ain't
are
gonna lie.
deeply valid.
I ain't gonna lie. Like when I played that, I dead felt like a father, or like the way that he wrote this was so good. I give him that. Like he is right. Like AJ asks the difficult questions, bro. Like what's a murderer? What? How do I atone for this? Like that's some real questions you ask when you're like young. You know what I'm saying?
Saying.
Yeah, that was good. The
Shit,
way
I don't even know how to respond to that. I don't know how to respond to someone
yeah,
asking
like
that.
the response they made Clementine give. I mean, those are good responses, but I feel like I could have like crafted a better response. Like, no glaze to myself. But I'm just saying. But I mean, the responses that Clementine gave, I think it was pretty straight. And then AJ learned what it was. I mean, I told the nigga he was. I was like, yeah, my nigga, you are. Like, he was no threat to us. You killed him. Like, you are one. I told him he was. You probably know what you said, because I was like, what, 5 years ago when you played?
Questions, and
Yeah,
it's
I really
something
don't.
I wish
I
they
don't know
had
the choices.
explored with Clementine in season 1. While many claim
Marlon had it
Clementine is a
coming.
protector,
Yeah,
like
niggas said that, surprisingly. I didn't say that. Because, I mean,
What?
I think that he would have deserved to die if he tried something. But when we confront him about it, he revealed what it was. And he said, you know what? I did do it. And we was going to put him through court, man. But then, Eddie took his own hands. So, yeah.
Lee, the comparison isn't as straightforward as it seems. Lee was purely a protector, but Clementine is a mother to AJ. She doesn't just shield him from harm, she teaches him right and wrong through her actions and words. This maternal role is why it's so crucial to guide AJ correctly, even when you might agree with the wrong choices.
Yeah, that's not really
a
great
great
response.
example is when
Yeah, I
you
know.
can tell AJ
Just go
Marlon
killing
had
people.
it coming, but I chose to tell him what he did was wrong. Yes, Marlon was a murderer, and maybe he deserved it. But killing him in cold blood when he wasn't a
deserved it.
threat is still murder. AJ must not only understand this
Shit.
intellectually,
clenching
but
his fist.
feel it
Yeah, Mitch-
emotionally,
yeah,
just
Mitch is
as a
crazy.
mother would teach.
Oh, shit.
The other kids,
You're
except
violent.
for Ten and Violet,
That's
now
what I'm saying. Like, the way, that's why, I mean, I kind of understand the Lee and Clementine dynamic because, like, nothing against fathers, but, like, a mother, unless I'm tripping, you can say I'm tripping, but I feel like Clementine's mother ability fits more just in general because a mother would teach somebody like that what to do. A father, especially somebody who, like, just met them, would try to protect first before trying to, teach ideals. Unless I'm tripping, but I feel like the way that they wrote that was just perfect, in my opinion.
I mean, maybe.
Cause like Lee, the nigga didn't have no kids, and I feel like the way that he was able to prove himself was just protect Clementine, and he is right because Clementine listened to some stuff that you said, like it'll be like, oh, Clementine's listening, so you would do certain things for her to not see. Like for example, when you told her to eat that stuff, that was you protecting her, or like I forgot, but when you chose to kill Duck, you said Clementine stay over there. So you did certain things to protect her and show her some things. But with Clementine, you're straight up telling nigga what it is. Like that's what you are. So
Yeah. Forgot about.
you forgot about what?
No,
This nigga don't remember nothing, bro. Did you play the game?
I didn't play the game.
Well, I played it
It's
more
time to play the
recently.
game.
I played it more recently. I think I played it like last month.
Exactly. You played it
But still,
recently.
though,
I didn't play it recently.
remembered.
It's not like fresh in my mind.
True.
But when
I
shit
ain't gonna lie.
happens, I know it's
Because when I,
there. Like
when
I know.
I didn't play season 4 at all. So when I played it, I didn't know anything. But season 1 through 3, when I replayed, I was like, damn, I looking forgot about this stuff. Like season 1, I forgot about that farm episode in general. I forgot about the farm stuff. I really did. I forgot about that.
I mean, I recently played season 1. I like still have some stuff memorized.
You didn't play 2, 3, and 4, nigga.
2, I only played like the first episode. I'm on the second one.
Because I was playing it every day until I started playing on stream. I started playing it every night and trying to finish it until I started playing on stream. Then I would just finish the episode every time. Because the episode would be like 2.5 hours. Like, really be a story for real.
despise AJ. This forces Clementine to teach AJ about atonement, the act of making amends. Unfortunately, this doesn't sit well with many of the kids, who vote to expel them anyway. AJ, confused and angry, wonders why his apology didn't work. But as they're forced out, Clementine and AJ are ambushed by none other than Lily.
Oh shit.
Oh my god. Clementine, it's you?
Yep.
Who turns out to
See the
be
big
one
D
of
on
the
the hat? You see the
leaders
big
of
D?
the child kidnappers. She's
Okay.
also accompanied by Abel, the man from the shack. A
I
fight
remember you.
ensues, and with the help from Lewis and Violet, Clementine escapes into a Walker herd, where she encounters James, a pacifist who refuses to kill humans, including walkers. The juxtaposition of meeting Lily, a ruthless survivalist, and James, a staunch pacifist, is fascinating. They represent two extremes
How
of
do you feel about being a pacifist in a zombie apocalypse, Jose?
I mean, I kind of understand it. I would not. I'd kill the zombies only.
I mean,
Honestly, like,
yeah, because sometimes you just, I don't think niggas want to kill people, but sometimes you just got to, bruh. I ain't gonna lie. But, like, I would probably, of course, I don't want to kill humans, but I think sometimes you just got to. Like,
I
Marlon,
wouldn't do it. Even if I was forced in that situation, I don't think I would.
so you wouldn't kill Lily?
No,
You wouldn't?
not me, not me. But if AJ has the gun,
You're dumb. You're dumb. You're dumb. So you letting AJ kill Lily like if it was real life?
yes,
I would do it.
She did fucked up shit. Like,
Now I just feel
but
like
am I gonna take it in my own hands to do it?
cause I just feel
Huh?
like some niggas they just like you just cause like the zombie stuff. I'm sorry, I don't understand. Like when I had to walk through that whole like if that was real life, had to walk through that shed. Yo, no cap, James, you got it, family. I'm not walking through that shit risking my life. But good thing Clementine got plot armor, so that don't happen. But like the zombie stuff, I don't understand. Like they're not real people; they are dead. But
Yeah, they're already dead.
like
So
they're
like,
dead.
why should?
They have no life in them, bro. Nigga saw life in him because he rang a chime bell. Like, gang, no, no. The human
They're
thing, no.
already dead.
That's what I'm saying, bro. All you did was ring a bell, my nigga. That's all you did.
And humans, like, there's probably not that many in a zombie apocalypse. So why waste more? Plus, like, that's just immoral.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that I don't want to kill anybody. Of course I wouldn't. But I'm just saying, like, sometimes it just gotta happen. Like, unfortunately. So I feel like in those situations, if I have to, which will probably like every 1 out of 10 chance, then it is what it is. But if I don't have to, I probably wouldn't. Ain't gonna lie. So Jose, like, with the Lee situation, would you like in real life, would you let Lee just sit there? Like in real life. Like if he was Clem and that was Lee.
Oh no, no, no.
Oh, so in that switch you would kill him?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
cause I don't want my friends turning into zombies.
Me either. I would if that was me, I would tell you I'm like, yo, gang, will I? Let me get my last prayer out. And then go
Yeah,
ahead.
I'd just be like, end it. Like, go ahead.
I said, let me
Cause
get my
I don't want to
last.
be one of those things.
Yeah, I don't like
Or
I
just
don't,
wait for me to turn and then just do it. Like,
yeah,
I don't. Yeah.
I don't want to either because I feel like if I'm one of those things, it can, like, I feel like it's harder for you to do it. I feel like it's like dang, that's just crazy. Ain't gonna lie. Like I'm seeing you as one of them. That's gonna be harder for me to do it because it's kind of like dang, like I know this nigga.
Yeah, yeah. I would just do the Lee shit
I don't think it ever
if I ever
happened though.
got bit. I don't think so either.
I don't think it ever happened.
what AJ could
Oh,
become. Merciless, or delusional. James helps AJ recover and gives Clementine a much-needed rest before guiding them back to the school. Despite the other kids' feelings, Clementine and AJ are given a chance to prove themselves by helping set up defenses against the raiders. Even the cold-hearted Mitch begins to warm to Clementine as she earns their trust through her leadership and determination. As weeks pass, Clementine takes on a leadership role, balancing the care for AJ with earning the group's trust. During this time, she experiences violent dreams about McCarroll Ranch, where she found AJ. These dreams are unsettling, but they're interrupted as AJ's trauma comes to the forefront once again. Standing on a desk, he declares he wishes to never sleep again to stay safe. AJ tries to step up, offering to patrol for Clementine, but her nurturing side prevails as she promises to keep the bad dreams away, letting him sleep in her bunk. These tender moments solidify the
I
deep
love them
bond
niggas, bro.
between Clementine and AJ. The next morning, defenses are inspected, and you can choose to go on a date with either Lewis or Violet. I'll refrain from commenting on the ships as I'm terrified of both Cluis fans and Clemenvi fans. Later, Lily and her
There's
raiders
fandoms of them too, really?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes.
these niggas are so nasty. Y'all having fandoms of teenagers? Like, come on, bro.
Yeah. Bro, you remember the Star versus the Forces of Evil shit?
Oh yes, I forgot about that.
Bro,
And
yes,
nigga,
bro.
I ain't gonna lie. Hot take, but I feel like Star should stay. What was that? Was that nigga name? What was that nigga name? Star
Tom.
should
Yeah,
stay
I
with
do
Tom.
too. I do
Hot
too. I
take.
do too.
Star should have
No, it's not a
stayed
hot
with
take.
Tom.
No, she should
Hey,
have. And Marco should have got with.
apparently, but no, that frustrated me because the whole show, Marco's trying to get with that bit, the whole show, and when he finally bags her, now all of a sudden he likes Star.
That's what I'm
Really?
saying. No,
Really?
no. That's a whole different. That's a whole different shit,
Really?
bro.
Really?
That shit pissed me off when I was younger.
Bro, because when I watched it when I was younger, no, that made me so mad I didn't watch the show no more. Like, I didn't finish The Last War. So when I rewatched it 3 years
Yeah,
ago,
there's no point.
yeah, I know what happens now. But when I rewatched it 3 years ago, I rewatched it. I watched those shows. And it's good. It's just that Starco thing pissed me off. Because then they delayed it. Like, even when they broke up with their significant others, they delayed it to the end. Like, bruh. Then they had that episode. Let me stop. Let me get back. Because I'm finna go on a rant. But I love that show. So, yeah, let me stop. But let me just go ahead and just...
finally
No, I like the first
attack.
couple of seasons of that
Everything is going well
show.
until the plan falls apart when Ten surrenders, hoping to reunite with his sister after Lily promises that she's okay. Because of this, Mitch is killed, and either Lewis or Violet is taken hostage along with
saved
other
Lewis.
children. Fortunately, Clementine and AJ capture a raider, Abel, setting the stage for another lesson for AJ. This episode was phenomenal, and it all ties back to AJ. He's always watching and listening. Every moment shapes who he becomes. But make
I
no
forgot why I
mistake,
did that.
this episode also shows that Clementine
I forgot why
has
he.
her own
Wait, why did he
trauma,
have to do
unlike
that?
Because he said that he doesn't want AJ. No, I think it was the same gun he used to kill Marlon. He said he doesn't want AJ to use anymore. It was something like that. I think I let AJ keep it because it didn't make sense to me because y'all are exiling us right now and you want him to go without a gun. So I think I let him keep it.
Yeah.
I forgot what it was, but I think that's what it was. I think that's what it was. That's why.
Like Lee, she must grapple with her own demons while guiding AJ
Fight
through
my
his.
demons.
This is why I say that Clementine doesn't simply become Lee. She becomes something far more personal. As I've stated, something similar to a mother. At such a young age,
sucks, though,
she
'cause she was
doesn't
forced
protect
into the
him.
mother
She
role.
teaches him
Yeah, I mean,
everything.
unfortunately, hey, she played it right though. I mean, she played it perfectly. I think she played it good. And yeah, it was unfortunate because Fake Krista, she died giving birth because they didn't have enough medicine to do it. Getting pregnant in a just stupid anyway. But anyway, well, actually, it was her fault. Carver basically like R her, so it wasn't her fault.
Yeah.
But yeah, she got pregnant in the zombie apocalypse, so yeah, it is what it is. She couldn't, live off it because she's losing blood so fast. Kenny, said y'all be perfect without me. Jane was probably gonna leave. if or something like that. So I didn't trust it anyway. So I mean, Clementine was the only person who really could, and she did it right. I mean, unfortunately, but I mean, she had to.
Yeah, it sucks.
It's unfortunate of reality, man. That's just how reality is.
I mean, if Lee was there, he'd probably be a big sister.
My W, that's just Lee right there, man. That's my nigga Lee. I mean, I feel like Clementine's a big sister probably would have like not taught him everything, but would have definitely helped him out. Bo, would have been so good if the final season you could play all three of them. Oh, let me stop.
Thing he'll ever
That'd be
know.
crazy.
And up next, AJ will grapple with the value of human life and whether some actions can strip it away entirely. Episode 3 begins sorrowfully, with a shot of the school and an air of sadness.
Yeah, the
Willie
copyrighted
mourns
music.
Mitch, even going as far as to push
Oh
Ten
my
and
God.
blame him for his death. Meanwhile,
Look at that
Lewis
chronic
informs
masturbator push right there.
Clementine of Abel's capture, leading to her and AJ giving him a less
You know
than
why?
I remember that.
Yeah, you forgot about it. You know that's why he went to school, right? He went to school for chronic
Yeah.
masturbation, gang.
Yeah, no. No.
He was like, don't say it, Mitch. Chronic masturbation. Like he was so excited to say that. Like,
I know.
gang.
Chronic masturbation. I remember that. Oh
Nigga
my
was cheesing
god.
and smiling. I know, gang.
You said they're smiling.
Then
chronic
AJ asked what it
masturbation.
was. That was funny. AJ asked what it was. That was funny. Cause AJ know about
Like,
that yet?
Clem, what does this mean? Oh
Welcome.
shit.
Here you're presented with multiple choices, ranging from pleading to outright torture. What you choose in this situation will be witnessed by AJ. Is it ever justifiable to torture bad people if it means saving your friends? And how much pain can you inflict before it becomes inhumane? No matter your decision, Abel
true.
ultimately reveals the location of the boat where your friends are held, in trade for being killed before he becomes a walker. The game then reminds you that AJ looks to you
Like,
for
that
guidance
reminds-
in this world. If you were like me and chose to be a tiny
Those little
bit
reminders are
violent,
so
the
nasty.
game promptly points out you tortured a man in front of AJ. The kids then move
No, I
to
didn't
scout
torture him. I think I did one thing of torture, but I pretty much just talking to him, making sure. So I didn't get that prompt. But yeah,
Yeah, I don't-
the game constantly reminds you that it's crazy. I ain't gonna lie.
Like, you know, AJ's looking at you. This is what you're doing. You chose to torture him.
Hey, you did this. Just let you know, you did it. Just let you know, you. Like, gang.
This is your fault. AJ's gonna learn from your mistakes.
AJ is because of you. Like, bro, they be like emphasize, like, gang. Like, bro,
Whatever AJ does is because of you, not us. You.
you made this decision. Like, bro.
the boat,
You made AJ a
encountering
monster.
Minnie
This is
along
your
the way,
fault.
who is now entirely
You let AJ
brainwashed.
shoot 10,
If
like,
they're going to
gang.
raid the boat, they'll need help from someone who can walk among the dead and create herds. James. However, James insists on a test first, wanting to show Clementine
Not
the
a
walkers
test.
when they're at peace. This leads to one of the most hauntingly beautiful scenes in the game, the
Beautiful.
wind chimes moment.
That's why he thinks they're human. The wind chimes.
Yeah, that's what I said. Oh, you have forgot about it. Yeah, that's why. This scene is why. They ain't beautiful to me. Look at that ugly ass zombie with his
Afterward,
neck.
I made it clear
Sorry.
that walkers are still dangerous,
But
which
still monsters.
AJ took note of. James will agree to help regardless, and a
I'm
new
not
plan
heartless.
is set in motion. Before the raid,
Um,
we return to
I had told AJ that you can lie to niggas. That's what I said. Cause I told him that I made him in there, and AJ was like, "You bleed that nigga?" No, I just lied to the nigga. That's what I told him. I told him you can lie to niggas if it give you what you want.
That's kind of
what I
real
said.
though.
I mean, I'm just I just being real about what I would do. I mean, in that situation, well, it's a game, so either way, James would do it. But in that situation, my nigga, if you say there's still monsters, James has every right not to help you. So if I agree with him, he'll do it. You know what I'm saying? Gotta do what you gotta do to get what you want.
the school
I need to
one
watch
last
like an
time,
evil
a date
ending.
with
This
either
is
Lewis or
crazy.
You see, you do what?
I need to watch like an evil ending.
An evil ending?
Yes, bro. Because you know how many bad choices there are, and you
Yeah, I
can
know.
turn AJ into a fucking
You can make
monster.
James into a demon. You can make James to a demon. Like, you can say Omar deserved it. Like, you can turn James to a demon, but I didn't want to do that. Like, I just can't do that. Even if I'm like just playing the game for fun. If I'm playing the game for fun, I'll probably do it. If I'm like, actually playing the game, I can't do that. I can't have that nigga turn into a demon. Can't do that.
Yeah, exactly.
or Violet is
I just thought about
followed
all
by a
the characters.
party. This scene deserves special attention. These children, all troubled, traumatized, or misbehaved, showcase the themes of redemption and moral complexity. AJ, although young, observes this. He knows basic right from wrong, but has never seen someone truly redeem themselves. Characters like Ruby, Lewis, Willie, and Ten prove that even the most misbehaved children can find redemption. This moment teaches AJ about the grey areas
guess
of
that?
morality and shows him he isn't beyond redemption himself. AJ, though troubled and traumatized, still has a chance. This is one of the things I truly love about the game, the focus on troubled children and how AJ fits in really well here. Before the big day, Clementine
my
has a
God.
heart-wrenching
Oh my-
flashback with Lee.
this
She
scene I
questions
remember
her abilities
vividly.
and decisions, and it's emotional to see
remember
Lee
this scene
again. This moment
strongly.
isn't just nostalgic, it reveals
In this scene, Lee tells Clementine that he was making up as he went along. This acts Clementine projecting her own feelings, as she tells AJ in the game she was making up along the way. It makes sense because it's on her head, so of course.
Look at Lee though. Look at Lee in the.
Yeah, hey, Lee looks so pause. Lee looks good, bro, in the new stuff. I ain't gonna lie. But bring my nigga back, Skybound, please, Skybound. Just I need just the
I
alternate.
remember. No, I remember when the leaks came out and they saw the Lee shit and they're like, "Lee's alive, Lee's alive."
Yeah, they
He's
thought he
not alive.
was. Yeah, he's not alive. And there ain't no way. They can't pull a Kenny. They literally cannot pull a Kenny. Because Kenny, they can get away with that. Even though he like shouldn't have came back, they get away with that. Lee, you can't get away with that. Nigga was shot or he died. You literally can't get away with that. Lee is
Big
dead.
shot.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Lee cannot come back. Like you really can't get away with that. It won't
You
make
really
sense.
heard the gunshots.
That's what I'm saying. Willie saw him about to die. Like, no.
Clementine's longing for guidance. Despite her strength, she's still a child, forced into the roles of a mother and leader. When Lee
man.
reassures her that he's proud, her immediate rush to hug him is so deeply moving.
You'd be so proud.
You mean more than I already am?
It's just so good, bro.
Bro, don't make me cry again, man. This
Come-
scene.
It's just so
This
good.
scene
did
is
something
one
to
of
me.
the season's highlights, showing us how much Lee shaped
really is,
Clementine
bro. This
we
scene's
see
so fire.
today. Upon waking, the group prepares
That
for
made
the
me cry the
mission.
first time I played it.
James pulls
I almost did because it's crazy how she goes to Lee for comfort and motivation, and that nigga's dead. Like that nigga's in her head. That's crazy, bro.
Clem aside,
Great
warning
scene,
her
bro.
that AJ is at risk of becoming a murderer.
Dude, look
He
at
shares
James,
his
though.
own dark past of killing for a group and fears AJ might follow the same path. While I agree with James that no child should have to kill, he fails to see that in this world, sometimes
with that
it's
too.
the only option. The mission launches and the kids infiltrate the boat
I
to
hated
rescue their
this one.
friends.
This
They find
part I
Millie,
hated,
who pretends to
'cause that was
help
annoying.
but betrays them, leading to Clem being locked up. Left with no choice, Clem and AJ plan their escape. This is when Dorian and Lily appear. Lily gives a chilling villain speech, revealing Sophie's death and Minnie's
Not the villain
indoctrination.
speech.
A scuffle ensues, and AJ finally
shit.
steps up. AJ
Oh,
delivers
shit.
an impassioned speech,
I told him not to do it.
declaring Lily a monster who must die.
Dang.
Recognizing his potential as a soldier, Lily tries to manipulate him. Meanwhile, through all of this, a bomb is planted and ticking away, adding urgency. When Lily steals AJ, Clem escapes, fights Minnie, and Lewis kills Dorian accidentally. The climax unfolds as Clem, AJ, and James confront Lily. A desperate fight leaves Lily wounded and unarmed. AJ picks up the gun. Lily pleads for her life, but this moment isn't about her anymore. It's about AJ. Should he take her life?
Do it.
In my playthrough,
Do it.
I felt Lily couldn't be trusted. As Ten said, she had caused too much harm. I let AJ
Do
execute
it,
her,
AJ.
believing he needed to learn to eliminate true evil, like Kenny with Carver or Javier with Badger. However, AJ's youth was
Remember that.
overlooked. He shoots repeatedly, going too far, reminding me more and more of Kenny with Carver. This made me realize the deeper narrative at play. James and Lily symbolize the meaning of necessary violence, a core theme of not just AJ's arc, but the whole franchise. Before wrapping up the story with episode 4, I want to delve into this idea and explore AJ's relationship with violence in season 4.
Necessary violence.
Let me ask you a question, one you can answer in your head or in the comments. At what point is violence acceptable? In self-defense? When your friends are in imminent danger? What about when there's only a possibility of danger without certainty? Finally, what if someone seems harmless but might not be? Should violence still be an option? Now, imagine these questions aren't being answered by you, but by a 5-year-old child. Suddenly, it's not about the actions taken, it's about the lasting damage such decisions can leave on that child's mind. Unlike Clementine in season 1, who could only witness Lee make violent choices, AJ in the final season
doing
is
it.
the one making those choices. What's
I never
James's
killed him.
role? To force you to confront the morality of violence.
Like, I never killed him.
What's Lily's role? To push you to decide how far you'll go to protect innocence or prioritize survival. AJ's story is about navigating the thin line between necessary and unnecessary violence, pitting a child's innocence against the brutality of the world. The confusion
she
you
sleep with all
feel
those
is
spider webs above her head?
intentional, because life itself is a maze of moral grey areas. In my playthrough, I told AJ killing Marlon was wrong because he was unarmed and surrendering, but later I told him to shoot Lily, who in that moment also appeared unarmed and defeated. To AJ, these decisions aren't nuanced. He's a child. By my actions, I essentially taught him it's okay to kill unarmed people as long as he believes they're evil. The final season doesn't lecture you or dictate what's right or wrong. It observes you through AJ's eyes, critiquing your
I liked
decisions.
killing her.
This theme
Yeah, I
is
told you- I
essentially
told you
said
tied
that.
to violence. If you pay
I don't care if it was
attention, most of the
murder.
pop-ups
I told
reminding
you,
you
said
of
that.
AJ's
And then look at
presence
that.
occur after violent acts. Nearly
That's so
every
nuts.
major argument and plotline in the game is
Hey,
rooted
bruh.
in
You made
AJ's
AJ
choice
this
to
way.
either act
It's your fault.
violently or hold back. This all
Sometimes
culminates
torturing
in
people
one
is
of the
okay, I
final
guess.
decisions of the game, where you judge whether AJ is ready to make a life or death choice. And that choice, it determines whether AJ chooses violence to save someone else or back away, letting what will happen happen. My theory is that season 4 isn't just a story about raising a child or finding new friends. It's an exploration of violence itself. Characters like James exist to make you reflect on your morality. The game convinces you it's about AJ's growth, but in reality, AJ is a reflection of you. His actions mirror your choices, holding up a moral lens for you to examine yourself in an innocent child's eyes. I'd actually even go further and say the whole franchise seems to be about children and violence, from Clementine to Mariana to AJ. In a way, season 4 echoes the same question posed by season 1, but with far higher stakes. As players and as members of society that values peace, we instinctively dislike violence, unless you're a psychopath. Yet when forced to choose between those we
That is
care
true.
for and those we despise, many of us will pull the trigger without hesitation. However, children are symbols of innocence, something we're wired to protect. That's why this game doesn't ask you to pull the trigger, it asks you to tell a child to do it. It's a masterstroke, forcing players to question their morality on a deeper, more emotional level. I know
You're
some
trying
of
to
you
question
might
my
disagree with this
livelihood.
interpretation, but in my view, season 4 shines a spotlight on the role of violence, particularly when it involves children. The world in this game is dead, but does that mean our morality should die with it? And episode 4, let's
That's what
just
I'm
say
trying to
it takes this
prove. I'm
exploration
trying to
to
point
an
out.
entirely new level.
I'll miss you.
I mean, he's right. He's right. I mean, everything he's saying is right. I mean, this season, I want to see what else he's going to say. But, I mean, everything he's saying is right. I mean, I agree with basically everything he's saying. The only video I disagree with was the Lily thing. I mean, that was the only one that was like, okay, really? I mean, he said everything right. I ain't know niggas was shipping. I ain't know we had Lewis and Violet ships, though. I know that.
Yeah, I remember watching. I forgot who I was. I think it was Corey, and it was like he was talking about it. Someone was talking about it. I don't know who the fuck I was watching when I was talking about it. Somebody was talking about it. All that shit weird. It is weird. Are you shipping these 2 characters? These 3, 4 characters? What's up?
So I'm saying niggas are kids, family.
Brother, but they do that for every franchise. Star versus the Force of Evil is a very
Stop,
prominent,
stop bringing it up. I'm gonna go on a rant.
prominent,
Stop bringing
prominent,
it up. I'm gonna
nasty
go on a rant.
one.
Stop bringing it up. I'm gonna go on a rant. Just leave that alone.
Star
Leave
versus the
that
Force
alone.
of Evil was a very bad one. Like, it got bad with the ships. Which is nasty because they were all in high school.
I know, like these are grown men, by the way. Like, well, I mean, kids. Star versus Evil.
Even men, they're like
That's
grown
what I'm
women
saying.
too.
Like, I was just saying that as in general. But like, obviously, like Star, probably more kids watch that, so that makes sense. Because like when I first watched Star, hey, I like Star and Marco. They had a good relationship. But as the show, I can't. Jose, you got me started, bro. Please, just leave it alone, bro. You got me started, bro. I'm about to go on a rant that I don't want to go on. I'm
Yeah,
about
when I first watched
but-
this
but
thing,
is this-
I was really ruined the
you
show.
don't get me started on something that is not even part of this video, gang.
Just a
After
comparison.
AJ shoots Lily, the boat's
Bruh.
explosion triggers chaos, forcing everyone to scatter. The walkers, drawn by the blast, push AJ, Clementine, and Ten into a cave with James. Here, James loses control, lashing out and attempting to take AJ, blaming him for becoming a killer after shooting Lily. A heated argument erupts between James and Clementine, but it's interrupted by AJ's chilling honesty.
I liked it.
Huh?
He liked killing Lily. He doesn't care if it's murder because she was trying to hurt them. His exact words, anybody who wants to hurt us should be dead. This moment encapsulates the weight of our choices. While violence can
liked
be
it.
necessary, a child like AJ
What
can't
did Walter White
grasp
say?
its nuance. He only knows he killed someone we told
I
him
liked
to.
it. I did
and
it for
now
me.
he feels safer.
That's what
Of
Walter
course
White
he thinks
said.
murder is justified. Despite the hate that James gets, I actually think he's right here. Without this confrontation, AJ might have buried those feelings, growing into something far darker. Clementine now has the chance to address this. I taught AJ that while killing may sometimes
Not
be
what I taught you.
necessary, it should never
said the same
bring
thing he said.
joy. AJ takes this lesson to heart, promising to make the right decisions and never enjoy them. At this point, he asks if he can be trusted to make the hard decisions.
86% of my audience say they trust. Huh.
Well,
I
64%
trusted him.
of all players chose to trust AJ. This is the more dedicated fans are likely to trust AJ, or they didn't, or they know what happens if you don't.
Yeah, because Lewis. I trusted him. I didn't know what happened at the end. Like, I didn't know if I didn't trust him, he wouldn't shoot Tennessee. I didn't know that. But I just trust AJ. I mean, maybe because I'm a dedicated fan. I mean, dedicated fans would watch this video, not a normal nigga watch this video, so that makes sense.
Yeah, I trusted him too.
Yeah, and plus, like, I mean, the only time he messed up was when he shot Marlon, but he didn't understand the gravity of it. So when he finally understood what's going on, I trusted the nigga. Did you watch, I was gonna say, did you watch No, oh, no, she's not. She's not. She did play this episode yet. I'm about to watch Cinder play yet, but she's not on this episode yet.
Not on this episode.
Yeah, she gotta
She's
play
on-
it. She gotta play the final one. But she turned Lewis. She turned Violet down. So her Clementine is single. I don't know if she killed Lily or not. I didn't see it, but I know she turned Violet down.
This
I
moment
think a lot of
is one of
people
the most
will
debated
kept
choices
Clementine
in the
single.
series.
I
To me,
didn't.
every
I didn't. Well, I knew. Like some season 4 stuff I knew. I knew about the Lewis and Violet stuff, and like I was like, yo, I mess with Lewis. I think Lewis and Clementine have a good dynamic. So that's why I knew that. But I didn't know about this scene. I didn't know James would be a demon. I didn't know AJ would be like, I liked it. I didn't know that. Now that was crazy. Nigga told me I like it.
Everything AJ had done up to this
Like
point
killing them.
made
That's so
sense.
bad.
It was his mindset and methods that needed correcting. If AJ had shot Marlon while Marlon was actively pointing a gun at Clem, many people might have seen him as justified. But there's a reason that moment happens in episode 1, while this choice is in episode 4. It's not just about AJ's actions, it's about whether you have raised the right AJ. By teaching AJ that killing is wrong, not to be enjoyed, and only a last resort to protect others, I believed he could be trusted. This belief lays the foundation for his growth into
That's what I
someone
did.
capable
I did the
of
same thing.
redemption and
I
responsibility.
made my
Despite being
AJ too,
just
like,
a 5-year-old, AJ may have already
I didn't make him
demonstrated,
to a demon.
depending on your choices, that he not only listens
Yeah, your
but works
choices.
in line
Keep
with
on
the
saying that.
principles that you've taught him. Regardless, James will leave after this argument, never to be seen
Bro, the
again.
game reminds
After
you plenty of
exiting the
times. It's
cave,
your
we
choices.
reunite with Lewis. Together we share some light-hearted moments, imagining a dream house, before arriving at a half-collapsed
Oh,
bridge.
God.
As we attempt
W.
to
Lewis,
cross,
man.
Minnie, now deranged and bitten, confronts us, fixated on her brother, Tennessee. A fierce battle ensues, ending with Clem injured and Ten frozen in place, refusing to leave. With Clem and AJ across the bridge, Lewis fights to
This
drag
part was
Ten
fire.
over, but Ten won't
What did you say?
This part was fire.
AJ
Fire.
across the bridge, Lewis fights to drag Ten over, but Ten won't budge. Desperate to get to his sister, AJ makes a gut-wrenching decision. He shoots Ten to save Lewis. Two things stand out here. First, Ten was AJ's best friend, making this an agonizing choice he didn't want to make. Second, if we hadn't trusted AJ in the cave, he wouldn't have acted, leading to Lewis or Violet's death. This is one of the rare moments where a major decision happens without our direct input, and honestly, AJ made the right call. During the
did.
escape, Clementine attempts to climb some rocks, but gets bitten.
Ow!
What follows is a heartbreaking scene as Clem struggles to move,
took a
her
big
strength
bite.
fading.
That
AJ
nigga took a
takes
big
charge,
bite.
guiding her to James's barn, now overrun with walkers. In gameplay reminiscent of Lee's death, AJ must secure the barn while Clementine, helpless, looks on. It's devastating to watch history repeat
No.
itself. AJ, unwilling to face life alone, initially wants to die with Clem. She refuses, giving him one final lesson to ensure she doesn't turn. The screen fades to black as AJ raises the axe.
No, Clem.
Slowly,
still
the scene
lived.
shifts. Fire particles
Oh
fill
my
the air.
god,
The
that part,
environment
bro.
turning
I was caught at that
blood
part
red.
too,
No,
bro.
I thought she was cooked, and I was so mad. I wasn't mad, but I was like, dang, Skybound, Telltale. Like, dang, it happened again. Like, I thought she was dead when I played it.
Carroll Ranch. The devastation is overwhelming, death and destruction at every turn. In the nursery, a caretaker pulls a gun on Clem, forcing her to kill. In a small locker, we find Alvin Jr., terrified and traumatized. Clem gently picks him up, promising to protect him. His tiny, frightened face is gut-wrenching. This is where all his trauma begins, and it's utterly heartbreaking. Back in the present, we play as AJ, fishing with Rosie. It's a wholesome moment until we encounter Walker 10. Intriguingly, Walker 10 holds his hands just like he did in life. Noticing
crazy.
this, I chose to let AJ give 10 peace. putting him to rest. We then walk
Yeah, I did
back to
same
the
thing.
school without Clementine, accompanied by Take Us Back, the
they
beautiful
don't
ending
see your
song
friend.
from season
Yeah, it is
1.
copyrighted.
AJ brings his bucket of fish to Omar before the iconic
What you doing there, goofball?
Clementine is alive.
Oh,
One-legged,
so
but alive. When I first played, I thought for sure Telltale would actually kill her off, but thankfully, they didn't. Clem shows AJ a swing made from a tire, and AJ declares this the best day
my
ever.
favorite
The
day ever.
story concludes with a grand feast, surrounded by the remaining children. It's a bittersweet ending, leaving us just one lingering question. Did you raise AJ right?
Of course you did. What are you crazy?
Somebody
Maybe a
I remember
little.
that.
A lot more than a little.
In the final moments, we control AJ one last time. He places Clementine's hat on a desk before running off to enjoy his childhood. Finally safe. Finally happy.
I'm coming.
Enough to make a grown man cry.
Man,
Enough to make a grown man cry.
Before diving into my
You crying
thoughts,
right now?
I'm excited to announce that once we hit
Nah.
2.5 thousand subscribers, I'll
I
host
I
a
did that when I
poll on
played.
which The Walking Dead game character deserves a full essay. Stay tuned on the community page for updates.
Let's try,
Okay,
AJ.
let's start with what I loved about Season 4. Then we'll touch on some critiques. Season
Okay.
4 is phenomenal. It feels like Telltale reflected on what made Season 1 so beloved and elevated those ideas. The theme of protecting a child's innocence returns, but instead of simply replicating Season 1, they evolved it. AJ isn't just a passive observer, he absorbs everything you say and do, shaping who he becomes. This gives the story incredible emotional depth, making
the game
AJ
reminds
feel
you
like
every
a
fucking
living,
time.
breathing
I know.
character rather than a scripted NPC. As
No,
a
get out.
protecting, guiding figure, Season 4 surpasses Season 1. Your choices carry
I
weight,
agree.
and by the end, you see how AJ internalized your teachings,
Try not to
even
burp
in
or fart
small,
at dinner.
unexpected ways. It's a brilliant progression from earlier seasons' limitations and emphasizes the consequences of your actions. The supporting cast is also a highlight. While they're no Lee or Kenny, characters like Ten, Lewis, and Violet stand out with distinct personalities and meaningful
Yeah, I agree. I
arcs.
think Season 4, you think Season 4 is the best season, Jose? I think so.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that if Season 1 gets like a revamp and they like not apply these things, but it has like a better, it just looks better and adds some of the things, it could be up there. But I think Season 4 is just better by the way that everything you show AJ, that nigga will take it. Like that's crazy. Everything.
Yeah.
I think Season 4 is the best season. Season 1 is good though. Season 1 is definitely number 2. My goat Lee.
Even smaller characters like Asim, Omar, and Ruby feel cohesive, which is more than I can say for some forgettable additions in past seasons. Lily's return was also a great choice. Her evolution into a war-hardened soldier fits her arc, even if her reappearance feels a little bit too coincidental. Still, it works within the narrative. Now, onto some
I think it's good.
flaws. James's arc felt a little inconsistent, especially when he abandoned his pacifist beliefs so easily. Similarly, Lewis's punishment compared to
Just to be clear. Well, I can't read it. Just to be clear, I'm not saying there's any bias. Just that Lewis seems to get way worse, more punishment than Violet does. I also think Lewis getting hard in episode 3 might influence to shoot Lily more. You know who saved Lewis and he's the evil side of Lily.
Crazy.
the Violets seemed a little uneven to me. I also felt that Minerva's storyline overshadowed Lily's, and her
Thank
near
you.
superhuman resilience
Thank
broke
you.
immersion.
Thank you. That was stupid. I'm sorry, but that was dumb. Like, that was dumb. Like, That was dumb. Nobody gets bitten all over and is able to just morph up and turn into a superhuman, bro. No, that was dumb. That was stupid.
That's what I'm saying.
That was so dumb, but I don't care. She should have 9. I understand them having like a final stuff, you know, to have the Clementine thing happen, whatever. That was stupid. That was dumb.
Yeah, they could have done it differently.
What's going on? Oh, I muted it. How I do that? How did that?
And her near superhuman resilience broke immersion. I mean, she was literally bitten in the face and still walking. There's just absolutely
Yeah,
no way this
thank
wasn't
you.
plot armor. Despite these issues though, they don't detract too much from the overall experience. Season 4 builds on the series' foundation, sometimes even surpassing it. I will say, Season 1 remains my favourite, though this final season cements itself as a worthy conclusion to an unforgettable journey, and 96% of you enjoyed this season too. Finally,
Who
thank you
hated
to this
it?
amazing
Trolling.
community. This marks my last full game essay for The Walking Dead, but I'll continue making videos on specific characters or theories when they come. Your support has been incredible. Let's roll out the outro
Look at me pull
one
that.
last time.